So you're thinking about moving to Shawnee, Kansas. Well, grab your popcorn because this video is going to be an overview of a wide range of pricing. I'm going to be featuring 6 hot neighborhoods throughout Shawnee, Kansas. I'm going to show you a lot about what those neighborhoods offer and drive through the neighborhoods, so you'll be following me both on my map as well as in my car. And you'll be surprised to know that Shawnee has a wide range of prices that really, no matter what your price range is, you can live in the city. Also, as I mentioned before in a previous video, Shawnee has a separate zip code that is called Shawnee Mission. So when you look at the map on the county website, you're going to see that Shawnee covers Shawnee Mission as well. So I just wanted to make that point. I love Shawnee, Kansas. I think it is so underrated. I think that it's just a great place to live in. In fact, that is where I bought my first house with my husband. We lived there for 18 years and we watched the city grow, and we still continue to watch it grow. The prices are going crazy. There's bidding wars. There's continual new construction, both with expanding businesses and in residential real estate. And in fact, I have to admit, one of my biggest mistakes in real estate was not keeping our very first house that we owned. It has nearly tripled in value since the time we first purchased it about 21 years ago. Yeah, it's been about 21 years. So yeah, that's been my biggest regret. I wish I would have kept it. But you'll see in this video how amazing the neighborhoods are, and I believe that this city is just a great place for you to consider living. So we're going to be looking on the Google Maps where the neighborhoods are and what's around the neighborhoods, and then we're actually going to go out and jump in my car so that I can show you the neighborhoods for yourself. I'll point out some of the neat things about it. I'll talk about the price ranges in those areas and explain just a little bit of an overview. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we're going to get right to it right now. If this is your first time on this channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about the Kansas City area and all of the surrounding areas, not just Shawnee, Kansas, but surrounding that as well, then subscribe below and make sure that you tap on that bell so that you can get notifications, so that you can be the first to learn about the Kansas City area. So my name is Anita Cordell, and I get calls and I get emails all the time from people just like you who are wanting to either move to the Kansas City area, or they are already here and they need some help making a transition. So whether you are moving in 9 days or whether you are moving in 90 days, just give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me that email. I love talking real estate every single day, and I would be happy to help you or your family and friends make a smooth move, whether it is to Kansas City or the surrounding areas. So as I mentioned, we are going to be covering 6 hot neighborhoods in the Shawnee, Kansas. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video just because I'm going to be taking you from the maps as well as out into the field. So grab your popcorn and let's hop into my computer and get started. The first subdivision that we're going to look at is Greens of Chapel Creek. Greens of Chapel Creek is right here. So this highway right here is, actually it's not a highway, it's the main street. It's called Shawnee Mission Parkway. It's the main way that people get from one end of Shawnee to the other, and in fact they go downtown even on this, or down into certain parts of the city using the Shawnee Mission Parkway. The Greens of Chapel Creek is right around in here, and the price range is about $450 to about $700. The Homes Association is $675 annually, and lot sizes are usually around the 10,000 square feet. HOA includes a swimming pool, and they also include the recycle and the trash pickup. Now there's a lot of still new constructions. There was one property right now that is being built, and it is at the frame stage, and they are expecting it to be done in like 7 months, and it's already at the frame stage. roughly the above square feet, somewhere around the 2,000. These are golf course lots, or a lot of them you can view the golf course. So it's really, really neat, and it's tucked away in this western side of it. It's very quiet. And in fact, what is really, really unique about this community is that the entire community is built around a 27-hole championship golf course. The properties are really unique. They've got some unique floor plans. It is definitely not the cookie cutter neighborhood. So that is this area right here. And it's, again, it's super quiet, but a lot of military people come from Leavenworth, which I'm going to scroll out here just so that you can see. But Leavenworth is right here, Fort Leavenworth. And I know that there's a lot of military people who buy right along this highway here. So this subdivision, this community, and all of these western areas that I'm going to talk about are really great options. The school district in this neighborhood is DeSoto. So the boundaries of DeSoto school districts will reach around to this area. Okay, so the next subdivision that I'm going to talk about is Woodland Park. Woodland Park is just east of the greens of Chapel Creek. Woodland Park is about right here. Okay, I'm going to scroll this out. Price range on Woodland Park properties are anywhere between $260 to $350. Now, this was one of the very first neighborhoods in the Western Shawnee area. It was constructed in the early 1990s, and this subdivision, so it sits about, yeah, it's right here. And this is actually where my first property was that I bought with my husband. I am so sad that I do not still own this, even as like a rental or something. But there's 293 homes in this. Square footage range is in between like 1,700 all the way up to 2,600, depending on the floor plan. There's a private park in the neighborhood. It's got one playground, and it borders the walking trails and the bike trails that are around in this area here. It is also DeSoto School District, and literally this subdivision, you can go 1 mile and have everything you need. So there's a oh, what do you call it? There's this whole area here. You've got the post office. You've got, of course, Starbucks. You've got this strip mall here that's got your Price Chopper, Dollar Tree store. You've got the library even that's over here. It's a newer library, and then there's a lot of churches right around in here. So honestly, if you didn't have a car or you wanted to ride a bike and you lived in Woodland Park, you would have everything you need within a mile. HOA is about $350 a year. It includes trash and recycle and the grounds maintenance around the area. There's a park that is right along this creek, and there's a little bridge that goes into that walking trail, and it's just a really nice, great little neighborhood. Gray Oaks. Okay, so here's the high school as well. And just so that you know, this is very interesting. I don't know that there are very many cities that have this unique feature, but you have the middle school, you have the high school, and you have elementary schools right here in the same vicinity. And just where, depending on where your boundary is, will depend on whether or not you will go to that. There's also another elementary school up here, and then there's also one in several of the subdivisions, which leads me to Gray Oaks. Gray Oaks is, let's see, let me zoom out of here. It's all of this area here, okay? This whole area is the Gray Oaks neighborhood. And to be honest with you, there are about 6 communities within the Gray Oaks neighborhood. There's Gray Oaks, there's Gray Oaks Country Crossing, Gray Oaks Country Meadows of Gray Oaks, Eagle View of Gray Oaks, Madison Ridge of Gray Oaks, Madison Point of Gray Oaks, each one of them. And so they're like little communities within the big subdivision of Gray Oaks. And they sit and back up right to this Walmart here. Price range is about $435 to $600. Square footage ranges anywhere between $2,400 to $5,200. So it's like an up. So a lot of people would start around the Woodland Park area or some of these other ones, and then you can move up into a little bit bigger house and still be in this vicinity. HOA is about $600 a year. It includes trash pickup, recycling, pools are there, picnic areas. There's several play areas. There's a sand volleyball. There's a zero entry pool in one of the communities. And it is also DeSoto School District. We're going to move over here to this area right here. This is another Western Shawnee area that I love. It's a little hidden gem, I think. It's called Riverview, and it has Riverview and Riverview the Bluffs. And it is right around in this area, okay? Price range is $450 to $750. It's a little bit more expensive. It can get a little bit more expensive than Gray Oaks. The HOA is about $660. It includes curb trash pickup, recycle, a pool. It's really interesting because it's got these rolling hills that, you know, people often think that Kansas is just super flat, but this is one area right in here that's got these rolling hills, and it's also still building versus Gray Oaks. It's all built out, but this Riverview is actually still building. It's on an 80-acre community. There's about 150 homes in Riverview and the Riverview Bluffs. It's got its Riverview. I can't talk right now. Riverview Elementary School, and there's just a lot of natural surroundings around in this area. You can actually, they call it Riverview because it's right near the river, and it's a luxury community that's absolutely beautiful. There's on the hilltop, there's about 50 home sites, and you can view about 20 miles on both sides of it. You can even actually see the downtown skyline. It's visible there. It's just really, really neat neighborhood, in case you want to consider that. Now we are going to the Lakeview Estates. So Lakeview Estates are we're going to cross over the 435 highway here and get over onto the eastern side of 435 to spotlight Lakeview Estates. Lakeview is right here. It's got 336 homes in it, which include the townhomes that are here. The townhomes actually are below 2,000 square feet, and you can get a townhome for about, you know, 100,000. In fact, they're 200,000 or less if you want to get into the townhome. And one example would be there was a townhome for sale that just sold. It was 100,000. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath townhome. But if you get into the Lakeview homes, they're anywhere between 350 to 600,000. HOA is around 620, and it is also a community that's rolling hills. It's got a lot of nature there. There's homes that actually back up to the lake. There's 3 swimming pools in this whole area. There's 2 adult ones and then 1 baby pool. There's tennis and pickleball court, a basketball court, children's play area, and this lake is private to the Lakeview community. It's got a fishing dock and a swimming beach, and just a really, really neat area. It's also really close to the Thomas Aquatic Center, and so if you want to know more about that and just a lot of the activities, then be sure and watch my other video regarding that. Then the last neighborhood that I'm going to feature is called Shawnee Village. Shawnee Village is right here, so you can see my cursor here, and it was established in the 1950s to 1960s, and it is more there's a lot of homes in this area. This whole area includes the Shawnee Village, and there you range anywhere between 2 to 3 bedroom homes. They range in price between $110,000 to like $205,000, and the square footage is pretty standard. It's anywhere between 750 to like 1104 or 1200 roughly, and it's really an interesting, cute little neighborhood. Most of the properties do not have basements here. They're on crawl spaces, which you know, this was the history of how they built these properties. So these are the older properties, and then the more that you go to the western side of Shawnee, you get basements and bigger properties. But this little area here is super, super fantastic. Most of the properties have a 1-car garage. There are a few that do have 2-car garages in there, but as you can see, though, you're really close to food and, you know, like all these shops and what have you along the Shawnee Mission Parkway area. But again, here's the Shawnee Village, very close to all the highways. There are very few properties that are 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes. 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes might have a basement, and you may have a bit more square footage, like the 2,100 square footage, but most of the homes in this area are 2-bedroom, 1-bath homes, 750 to 1,200 square feet. And there's a few that are like 1,700, but they probably finished off maybe their garage or whatever. There's no homes association with Shawnee Village. There's a few cute little parks around here that are historical. I think Water Tower Park right here. You can see what they've done here. And then I believe here is another one. This is JC Park. Again, you can see the whole Kansas City area. Shawnee is right here. And again, don't forget to watch my video where it talks about all the different things that you can do, or at least the highlighted things that you can do in Shawnee. I cover Shawnee Mission Park there in that video, and I kind of follow along the same format and looking at the map. All right, that pretty much sums up Shawnee with the 6 hot neighborhoods that I wanted to highlight. We hope that you found this very helpful. I had a lot of fun driving around these neighborhoods and getting footage for you, just so that you can see some of the houses and what's going on. Again, I loved living in Shawnee for 18 years, and I think it is it's a great place, and it's got some great features, and it's often overlooked when people move to the Kansas City area. The history of Shawnee is really rich and neat, and I even actually mentioned that in another video. Also, if you want an overview of some of the attractions and things to do, be sure and watch this video in my Shawnee, Kansas playlist. I hope you found this video very helpful, and if you did, like this video, subscribe, and be sure and click the bell so that you get notified on future videos of all of the surrounding Kansas City areas. Have a wonderful night.